Hello, wonderful listeners, and welcome back for another episode of Smoking Butts and Tapping Ash with our gracious host,
Dave.
And I'm Scott. How are you?
I'm good, and I'm Travis. I'm the other host here.
Travis, I'm so happy to see you.
We are very happy to see you today,
I'm
Travis.
very happy to see you guys.
Yes.
Very happy and blessed to be here.
It's a blessed day we're having today.
It is. It's a beautiful day outside.
Yes.
Yes.
We are recording here in beautiful Carterville, Illinois, at the Red Banana Art Studio.
Yes, we are. Yes, I am tied to right here right now because I was in the ER yesterday with a terrible, terrible kidney stone. I've never had one before. And I'm in the process of eliminating that kidney stone.
Well, I really hate that for you, Dave.
Well, I'm
What
so
if
glad you
I
guys
hope-
came to me.
I hope-
this
What if
week.
you
Pass
pass
this.
it on air? What are we doing?
You guys just keep talking?
No, maybe the listeners want to hear you scream.
Maybe so.
I'll be there for support and help.
They'll be able to hear me scream from the bathroom, I promise.
Travis will help it come out. He'll hold it for you.
Okay, great.
If that's what you need, I'm just here
He
to
is
help.
he is that nice a guy.
Yep.
That's why we love you.
Thank you.
You're the best.
I try.
Yeah.
Okay.
Are you distracted? You keep looking at your phone.
No, I'm
Okay.
fine.
Well, good, because it's time for the smoke, brought to you by My Monthly Cigars and Fucking Good Coffee. Our good friend Nick over there is sending us some boxes of cigars to try every month because we subscribe to the My Monthly Cigars subscription service.
Yes.
Was that hard for you to say today?
No, not really. I'm
And
not
what-
used to you being this nice.
Yeah.
So it's very,
It's very
distracting.
strange. You're usually an asshole.
What box do you get, Travis?
I get the
Could you-
Robusto box.
Okay, I'm glad you politely delivered that.
I get the Robusto box.
Oh, well, very
It comes
nice.
with 4 cigars.
And what
The
do I
change-
get?
You get the El Presidente box for $50 or $49.99, and me and Dave get the Robusto box for $29.99.
Which is
Yes,
basically
yes, we
what
do.
I get is double. the
Double.
Robusto.
It's the same.
Yes.
Yeah, you get 8
of
cigars.
each.
Yeah,
It's a
2 of each.
Very
That
great
way
deal.
you
Very
have
good
one,
deal.
and that's a very smart move because sometimes, like, you enjoy this Edge that we're smoking now, and if it's not great, then you might try it a year later or a month later
And
and
like it.
I like it. Just
Yeah, it's
I think
smart.
or share it with my good friend Travis.
Yeah.
That's right.
It just depends on what mood you're in. I think
Yes.
sometimes,
Yes.
and what the day is and what it
Very
calls
true.
for.
Very true.
That's right. So yeah, like Travis said, today we are smoking the Rocky Patel Edge. If my stupid phone would work here, the 20th anniversary.
What's your thoughts so far?
I'm
It's
a
pretty-
big fan of the Edge, all of them that I've tried, and so far I like it a lot.
Have you
It's-
partaken of this one before?
No, never had this one before.
Partake? That's a big word. You know how to spell that?
This isn't a spelling show. This is a podcast.
Oh, okay. I like it. It's got a lot of spice, though.
It is kind of
It's very
spicy.
spicy.
It's a little more. Has a little more punch than usually.
Kind
Yeah,
of a
usually-
burning to the nostrils.
Usually the edges aren't that strong
No,
to
they're
me.
pretty mellow,
Yeah,
like
This-
all of them.
right. I wasn't expecting all the spice, I'll be honest.
No, but I like it.
But I'm enjoying it so far.
Heck
It's
yeah,
good.
man.
Yep.
It's very flavorful.
So what did you guys do this weekend?
Dave,
Travis,
you go. No,
you
you
go
go
ahead.
first.
No.
No, please.
I couldn't
wouldn't.
possibly.
No, you go first. Dave.
Okay, I'll go first.
Okay.
I just did some yard work this weekend. Because my friend Scott was out of town doing some things, and Travis was doing other things. So I just burnt the brush piles, started putting stuff up for the winter time, and cleaning my garage.
That sounds very nice. Scott, what did you do this beautiful
Well,
weekend?
we actually loaded up the trailer with a bunch of rummage sale stuff from our moms and went to Shiloh, Illinois, a community-wide sale. Sold a bunch of stuff. We actually made $241, and it cost me $70 in gas there and back. So it was a very, very profitable weekend.
Yes.
And then after that, we went downtown Belleville. They had an Oktoberfest, which
It's not
I-
quite October yet.
that's what I asked Dave. I go,
Should have been a
"Why-
September fest.
Why are we having Oktoberfest in September, and he goes, I don't know, they do it every year in September. And he said a lot of them do Oktoberfest in September, which I looked and there was several going on in different areas. It's kind of weird.
Dave, may I
It's-
use your ashtray?
You sure can.
Okay, thank you.
So anyway, we went up there, and our other $140 profit, we pretty much drink and pissed away, but we had a good time.
Yeah, that's what it's all about.
So
Dave's hoping he pisses soon.
I am.
hoping he
I'm
pisses
hoping-
a rock.
Oh man, it was so bad.
Oh, you're gonna scream like a little bitch.
Yeah, I can even deal with that part. It's like I can feel my kidney not working on my right side. And yesterday, like my whole right side just shut down in pain. I was like,
Are they having you strain to catch it so they can?
no,
Really?
no. They said just
When I had one-
go to town.
40 plus. No, what has it been? Probably 35 years ago. They sent mine off for analysis. Said it was calcium based.
So you were
Oh,
15
okay.
years old?
No, it wouldn't have been that long. I was
Yeah.
21 when it happened.
I didn't mean that mean, though.
Well, that's nice.
I was just
yeah.
trying to help you with
And
the
you know
math.
what? The doctor told me at that time that I would be a factory for him. It probably wouldn't be my last. And knock on wood,
My,
haven't had one since.
my doctor told me when I had mine, I've only had two, and Maggie's very upset.
Yes, my dog is
Um,
very angry.
That some people, no matter what, their body produces them. Because at the time when I had mine, I drank a lot of soda, and he said that's probably what was causing them. And then I had quit drinking soda, and it went back.
So what'd you do this weekend, Travis?
I'm gonna have to think about that. This past weekend,
Wasn't you going to work on the house?
yes, that's actually true. We Friday night we stayed home, and then Saturday, me and actually I was very impressed. My wife and my old son Mitchell and Cole, we all got underneath the house and we did some work underneath.
Rebecca
there.
got into the house with you?
Yeah, me and
Wow.
I'm
Yeah.
impressed because there's no way Stephanie would do that with
yeah,
me.
I didn't think she would, and yeah, she crawled underneath there because a job that I thought was going to take me by myself all day. I asked them for help, but I wasn't sure if they would because of the spiders and things being underneath the house.
Right.
But we got her knocked out in like an hour and a half. So
No snakes?
nope, no snakes.
Dang.
No.
I really thought that you would find at least a snake under there.
I figured
right
you'd
now.
find a snake skin.
Nope, we didn't see anything.
Really?
Nope.
That's
So,
good.
I'm
Is
both
your base-
happy
is
and
your-
disappointed.
Is your basement very dry? Is it dry?
It's
I mean,
not,
was there any
it's an-
water or
it's,
anything?
it's not a basement.
I mean, your crawl space.
Crawl space. It's dry.
Is
We
it?
were spreading
That's
out.
good.
Yeah. Some new vapor barrier and stuff, and doing some cleaning and stuff out there. Then after that, we decided to hop in the car and we drove to Sikeston, Missouri, and went to Lambert's for dinner. It was more like a dinner, we said, because we had got done about underneath the house about 12-ish, 12:30, and we all kind of relaxed for a while, and then we took showers and headed there for dinner.
Well, that
Caught some
sounds like a
rolls.
very productive weekend.
It was. And
Sure
then
does.
Sunday we kind of just did the same, piddled around the house and things like that.
Do you have movie night or anything? Watch a movie?
We did watch a new show Sunday night. We started watching In the Dark on Netflix.
I've seen that. It's pretty good.
It's good about a girl that's blind, and
Crazy.
she's not crazy. She's just
She's a bitch.
yeah. Well, I don't like to talk ill of people, Dave, Scott.
That's bullshit.
We all know that's not true.
Yeah.
Well,
Maybe Travis has turned over a new leaf, Scott.
I have. I'm
Maybe. Did you go to church yesterday by chance?
no.
Did
no,
you smoke drugs before you came?
No, I'm just. I want all the listeners to be happy.
Okay,
Well,
good.
Good. I'm glad to hear that. Finally. Yes.
Oh,
Our ratings
shit.
will climb now.
Hmm.
They might.
Yeah.
This could be my last episode.
You promise?
Oh, if you want it to be, yeah.
Well, it can be. We don't care.
What would all your adoring fans do, Travis?
You're the Pat Sajak of the group.
And the Vanna White.
Hey, listen to this. I'm going to tell this story real quick.
Okay.
Because we were already talking about your little dinker down there. My first...
How do you know it's little? Wait a second.
You've told me.
Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry, Scott. I shouldn't have said that. I'm
See, you're being an asshole
no,
again.
no, I'm
Yeah,
very
it
sorry.
lasted 10 minutes.
Even though all the mean things you guys say to me off air. But anyway, my first kidney stone. Went in and they gave me the pill at first. They said, "Oh, hey, this will dissolve it or whatever, break it up where you can pass it." Well, I thought it did. Then I went back in. He said, "I'm going to give you a shot just to make sure because it was still kind of hurting." Gave me a shot, and I went home a couple days because I think that was on a Thursday. I was on Wednesday night. Went home on Friday morning. I thought I passed it. I think I did. I passed some of it, I guess. Well, it just happened that weekend I was taking the kids to Holiday World. And so we went to Holiday World, and we rode the Voyage, I think. One of the roller coasters. Got off of it, and I said, "Man, I got to pee." And I was kind of not really hurting still, but I'm like, "Oh, okay, I'm doing good." I went in there, and I was standing at a urinal, and out of nowhere, I mean, I was just peeing, and out of nowhere, that stone came out. And I screamed.
Did you scream?
I
like
screamed
a little
like
bitch?
I did. I screamed like a. I don't like to use the word "little bitch" because that's degrading to women.
Oh, okay.
Not if you're a man.
I screamed horribly, like a man passing a horrible kidney stone, and I screamed and and the guy next to me like freaked out, and there was kids in there, and they looked, and there was like an older gentleman about 3 stalls down, and he walked by and he said, "Kidney stones, huh?"
Oh, shit.
No shit.
He knew. The old man,
knew.
he said, "Don't worry, folks." It was like he was telling everybody. He said, "Kidney stones, huh?" And I said, "Yeah."
He calmed them all down.
And I was like leaning up against the wall, like trying not to either throw up or pass out. It hurt so bad. Not to scare you, Dave, but
No, I think I've been dealing with them for like a whole week. Because last Wednesday, I was feeling really terrible. And then it started hurting. My back was hurting. My hip was hurting. And then I was like trying to stretch out on the couch because I thought I slept wrong or sat wrong or something. And I felt it. I felt a little pop and then like a rush down to my wiener. And for real, I went in the bathroom and peed out all this like nasty brown pee. But I think they've all been there a while and they're just like coming out. And this is the last one and it's not.
Did they tell you how big it was?
They said 5. I'm guessing they measure in millimeters.
Oh yeah, your pee hole's like 3 centimeters.
I think they
you know that,
measure
so
in centimeters, don't they?
No.
Centimeters is pretty big.
Yeah.
Like two,
Yeah.
two,
Oh, that's
2
gonna-
point something centimeters in an
Okay.
inch.
That's gonna hurt
I'm not a-
when it comes out.
I'm
Yeah.
not a doctor.
I think I've had one a few years ago at work, like a small one, because I was peeing and I was at the urinal. I heard ting, 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 and looked down. There's just like blood dripping. I was like, "Oh God, I'm dying. I'm dead."
You sound like a factory farm, like the doctor told me I was going to be.
Yeah,
If you have them that often.
I think that I have not been drinking enough water. But anyway, what I did is I wrapped up some paper towels around it and like taped it.
You taped paper towels around your penis?
Yes, because there was blood coming out, and I was at
that's
work.
not a good visual.
How am I gonna leave work? Say, "Hey, my dong's bleeding. I gotta go."
So you just basically put like a makeshift maxi pad on it?
Like a
Pretty much.
and went back to work?
Yeah, just like wrapped her up, went back to work. There you go.
That's a nice story.
You know, that's like
The listeners
It was
will
like
love
2
that.
Yeah, they will. It was like 2 or 3 years ago,
Yeah.
and I'm hoping it's not sharp when it comes out
Oh.
this time. I just wanted to like drop out of the kidney tube because that's what's causing me pain right now.
See, I never passed any blood or anything. What I thought, I guess there might have been some in the
Yeah.
urine, but also I was at a urinal, so whatever was peeing went right away.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I didn't get to see it, and I wasn't studying it as it
Right.
because I thought I had already passed it, but I'm guessing whatever the roller coaster had jarred it loose. I guess.
Oh, the old Voyage
Yeah.
coming
Wow.
through in the clutch.
So let's why don't we get into this week's rub down?
Let's do it.
What we got, Travis?
This week's rub down was actually provided by Don from Old Route 51. I keep wanting to say Old Route 51.
Old
Brewery.
Route 51
Old-
South.
Old Route 51 South
Barbecue.
Barbecue. I always want to say brewery.
Yes,
but
we
it's
have. So everybody knows we have a Route 51 brewery
not. Mhm.
very close, also, and I do the same thing.
Yeah.
I mix them both up.
Well, it's like a lot of things around here. Everything is Southern Illinois dermatology, Southern Illinois
Right.
healthcare. You know, everything is SI this, SI that.
Yep.
So they name it with what it's on. But he gave us some of his brisket rub. I don't
Yep.
even know. Is it really called the brisket rub, or
I don't know.
It doesn't say anything. It
There's
just
not a name to it.
he
on
uses
the
it for his
bottle
brisket.
yet.
I know that's what he made it for. Is his brisket that he sells there. We, however, this week I put it on some burgers.
Yep.
And with nice cheddar cheese on them and
A little patty melt type.
little
sandwich.
patty melt. I did do it with some rye bread, and I had that at the house, and I really enjoy like patty melt. So I was like, well, I'm going to do that. But I didn't put any onions. I was kind of in a hurry when I was making them. It wasn't my best performance. I apologize.
And that's okay.
I apologize to you guys for that. And
You can make it up for us
all right.
the next cook.
I'm sure I will try maybe if I'm invited back on the podcast.
Well, if you don't resign today.
Yeah. You're always
And,
welcome.
So, yeah, that's what we did. Scott, you may go first. What are your thoughts on it? How did you?
It was very good. I'll be honest with you. I didn't get much of the rub. I got more of the rye bread taste in my mouth.
I think I might have messed up.
So, and I tried it without it, and I still was getting the bread from the bread and the cheese. So maybe on just a regular bun, you might get more of the rub.
I think I would like to try it like on a ribeye. Actually,
We're going to do a brisket with it because he gave us 2 bottles.
Yeah.
I'm going to do one on a brisket here
I'm
another month or 2.
I'm thinking that might have been the issue because it's probably mixed to be on a brisket, like very liberally,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
a crust, and just kind of using it as a seasoning. Didn't pick up a lot, and the burger tasted good. Don't get me
It was
wrong.
very good
Yeah, it was
burger.
good, very good. It was nice and balanced. Like it didn't come through the bread, like you said.
Yeah.
But yeah, the taste was great.
I was afraid it was going to be a little salty too, because the rub is a little more salt based.
Well,
and I really didn't get any salt
no,
off of it.
I put it on very liberally to the burger, both sides, and then even when I pattied them, when I put them on the bun, I sprinkled just a little bit more on the top, but I don't know, maybe I should have done a little bit. I was worried about getting it too salty.
Yeah,
Maybe I should have done a little bit more or something.
that's
I'm
what
not
we
sure.
do this for, to experiment.
Yeah.
I was thinking today while I was cooking them that I would like to try it on a ribeye.
I bet that would be good.
I think it'd be pretty good.
Another thing that might have happened is you cooked them over lunch.
Yeah.
And it is now closer to dinner time.
Yeah,
And the salt may have just dissolved into the sandwich,
yeah.
which,
It could have, because they had with time issues and everything today. I cooked them over my lunch and then brought them for us to record tonight, and we kind of warmed them up and tried them. So
which they warmed up excellent in the air fryer. I enjoyed mine quite a bit.
yeah,
Oh, good. Anyway, so what did you think of it? Did you give us your review, Travis? We're doing a podcast here?
Oh, did Dave give his review though?
Yes.
Oh, mine is
For the last 3 minutes.
I'm honestly kind of like you guys. At first, I think I for the rub down of that, I screwed up and I shouldn't have put it on rye bread because that has a very distinct taste of its own, and so I was getting that. And so then I took the bread away, and just put it on. What I'm answering you. I'm sorry. Is there something else you'd like me?
Well,
to...
you seem distracted. You're looking at
No.
your phone talking.
I took it away, and I couldn't taste much of the rub. No,
Right.
not right on the burger, because I even just took the patty off and just ate the rest of the
Okay.
cheeseburger.
So what would you rate it, Dave?
Right now, I would give it a 7.5. But I want to try more, so I think it would stand up better as a crusty.
Yeah.
On a
I'll
brisket.
give it a
'Cause it's
7.
made for a brisket.
Right. I would give it a 7, but I want to do it on a brisket, and also Travis mentioned a ribeye. I think it may be good on a ribeye.
Yes, I think anything fatty like that,
Yeah.
you can really put the
Yep.
seasoning on.
So let me ask you this, and you guys are both giving it a 7. What are you giving it a 7 based on? Because when I do this, I really try to give a true review of
I'm giving it.
of that. Like, now I might absolutely love it on the brisket when you make it, or ribeye or whatever.
I'm giving it a 7 based on my previous when I had the burn ends with the rub on it at that time.
Okay,
To
Yes.
me, like a baseline is basically 5.
okay,
If it's under
Right.
5, it's nothing I'll ever try again.
yeah.
That's kind of middle of the road. I thought it was very balanced.
Yeah.
The seasoning, nothing like super popped out, but nothing threw me off at all. It was like very balanced on the ground beef. So that's why I'm hovering around 7.5. because it's kind of gearing towards.
You like the
Good.
halves. You always do a half.
Sometimes I just have to. Get it?
That's
Okay.
very funny, David.
I know.
It was
Very funny.
hilarious.
David
Wasn't
made a
it?
David made a joke.
He made a funny joke.
I'm gonna write that in my diary.
What did you
should.
did you rate it?
No, I hadn't rated it yet. I'll give it I'm gonna give it a 6. But and I base it on I'm trying it on this burger. On the burger itself, and I'm giving everything I said. I might have screwed up with the bread and everything, but I would definitely use it again. You know what I mean? I want to
Yep.
try it on something else. But because
Next
taste,
time we know, you don't have to be scared of it. Just
yes,
put it on.
maybe that's why I want to do a ribeye. I really want to kind of slather up a ribeye with it and cook it on there.
Heck yeah. And just so everybody knows, the seasoning is jet black.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Like totally everything about it is jet black.
yeah. There's nothing.
It's
I-
like
it doesn't
it's
taste
like a
anything
blackened
like you think
seasoning
it's
is
gonna
what
be.
it looks like. A blackened seasoning.
It looks like ground up charcoal.
Yeah.
I mean, it really does. And you don't expect what you get flavor wise from
Right.
it at all.
No. Yeah, because when he brought that out, you guys know last week, I'm like, how did he? I've never seen a rub all one color like that. You
Yeah,
know,
you
no
were-
matter what, you
you
got
were
some
very
red, you got
intrigued.
white, but whatever in it. But but I'm excited to try it on something else. But
Heck yeah. Maybe
Yeah.
a big old cowboy ribeye. That'd be good.
what I'm gonna do right now.
Ta-da!
Well, listeners, it is time for this week's Would You Rather with Travis. Could be the last one. Not real sure. But this week's Would You Rather, I'm going to ask you guys a question, and you have to pick one or the other.
Let's do it.
Would you rather be a vampire, or would you rather be a werewolf?
That's a pretty tough question.
Now, okay, well, vampire. Okay, we'll go with these. A vampire. Yes, you drink blood. You're gonna live forever, but you have to drink blood. Blah blah. Werewolf. What would we say? A werewolf? You turn into a werewolf every full moon. Is that normally what
Sure.
it kind of
Yeah,
comes out?
Something like that.
Every full moon, you're gonna turn into a werewolf for.
Unless you're a basketball player, then you can turn into
Yeah,
a
unless
werewolf
you're a
when
teenage
you need to dunk
werewolf. They can do anytime they need. So which one, that's what I'm saying. Which one are we going to go with? Like normal Van Helsing, werewolf guys,
it. Yeah, we'll go with the normal.
one, on full moons. That's the only time they turn into one, right? Or no?
I guess I'm not big up on the
Okay, we'll do full moons.
Universal monsters.
Who has an answer?
Scott, you go first.
Why do I go first?
Because
Oh man, I think I'm gonna go with the vampire. That way I can live forever and drink blood all the time.
so the cons are what Scott likes about it. He's like, yep.
yes,
You would go with being a vampire.
yes.
Okay. Because I guess the bad side is like the werewolf. I mean, you just turn into it every full moon, and you just run around and eat people. Then I mean, again,
Yeah,
I'm not.
pretty much.
I don't really
Well,
know.
It may not even be people.
And the
It
only
might
thing
be
that can
deer.
kill a werewolf, if I'm wrong, is like a silver bullet.
Silver bullet.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm gonna go with the werewolf because I don't want to live forever.
I kind of knew Dave would say that.
Yeah, and then you don't really have to deal with it, but like a couple times a month, you could prepare, like a silver cage. So you could, like, your wife could contain you in the cage for the night or whatever, not worry about you going in and eating everybody.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm torn. I've always been intrigued by the idea of not necessarily.
Sucking blood.
Well, not necessarily that part of it. The part. This is a question that I've always asked
Not
myself in
being-
my head.
Oh, I know you.
What?
You're not going to want to be a vampire. You're not going to be able to enjoy the beach.
Oh yeah.
he
You
he
can't
didn't
go out in
think
the sun.
he didn't think of that very
Well, what
well.
I always think.
Throw that out of the table though. That's not.
That's part of it.
I would say that he's true. That's part of it.
You have to sleep during the day. You can only come out at dark time.
Yeah, that would suck. Okay, for no, I'm going with being a werewolf, and I think I was going to go being a werewolf anyway, because every time I've always thought in the movies, I'm like, what would it be like to actually live forever? Like I think it was Disney actually made a movie. Huck Ever After or Huck Forever.
I don't know.
Something like that. And it was this family that had drank out of this magical spring, and they didn't age. They all stayed exactly how they were. But they didn't become vampires. They just never aged, never died. Nothing never got wrong with them. And I thought that would be cool. But then again, the thing is, the boy fell in love with a normal girl, and he had to leave her because it was like, you're gonna die. Whatever. That'd be the hard part. But say this. I'll ask this question. If you knew you were going to live forever, okay, and you weren't going to die, what would be like the one thing you would do? Like what? Like not jumping, I think. I guess I look at it as like, what investments would I make? If you knew, well, I'm never going to die, so this investment might take 100 years, but in 100 years from now, I'm going to be...
I would sell my house and live in a camper.
That sounds like a great idea.
There you go.
Sounds like a great idea.
I would invest in real estate.
Oh, yeah.
Not right now because it's through the effing roof, but
I would buy a lot of land.
I would wait for the
land,
market crash.
Land.
Jesus ain't making no more of it.
That's right.
That's
Land.
right. Land. Absolutely.
Yeah. Land.
All of it I could get.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Mm-hmm. That's a question. Yeah.
What about you, Travis?
What would I do?
Mm-hmm. What would you?
I would invest in real estate and stuff.
Now, real estate or land?
I'm going to go
Both.
with land.
I'm just saying real estate's
Like-
just real estate. I'm just land. It's I'm
Okay.
investing in all that.
I would invest in land.
Yes. Because subdivided
'cause it's
out
only
for the
gonna
suckers
grow.
that are building right
This
Yes.
now.
area is only going to grow, and then you can sell that land later.
Yes. And buy things because just in our area, I'd like to drive around and I can over by where my mom and dad live. Right around it, there was a lot of strip cuts where they went in and had the mines and everything.
I thought you were going to say strip clubs.
No, not around us. But I can remember, like back then, when the mines were gone, they finally released it. Well, somebody had bought it and they were selling it, trying to subdivide it out.
Mm-hmm.
And I can remember my mom and dad driving by. Well, nobody's going to buy that. Who wants to live on a strip cut?
And now
blah,
it's
blah, blah.
Everyone now.
Yeah, now. Oh my! And back then, and this is no joke. I asked my dad, and he looked, and I believe back then, I mean, he could have bought it for like $400 or $500 an acre.
Mm-hmm.
And wishes he would have.
Yes, and I mean now you would. They're probably, I believe because we had looked at a lot there to build one on before we had bought this house, and I want to say it was like 30, and it wasn't an acre. I mean, you're talking
For like a half acre lot.
yeah. It was like a $30 or $40,000 what they were asking for the same land.
Man.
Yeah.
Yep.
Uh-huh.
If I would have known then what I know now,
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be a broke ass
Invested
bitch.
young.
Yep.
Yep.
That's right.
Well, that's like I know the gentleman. I can't remember his name. He used to come and speak. He's actually to buy cigars, and how we started talking. But he is the one that in Marion, he owns or owned, I guess, or whatever, all the property that is now the Hill.
Oh.
And he had told me the story about that. And he said, yeah, he was working or whatever, and all that farmland. Well, he bought it because if you remember, Walmart was over, by Sam,
Right.
where it originally was. Well, they were going to build the Super Walmart. Well, he had it on good terms. Well, he bought all that land, and Walmart was supposed to go there. So that's why he bought all
really?
it. Yeah, he said, he goes, me and my wife, he said, we went over $1 million in debt and then bought all this land. And he goes, I had already talked to him, blah, blah, got it, kind of a, had an insider thing or something. And he bought all the land and did all that. And then Walmart, they came through and surveyed it, and they said, no, it was across the road basically from it was going to be better. And so they
Ouch.
didn't buy, and he's like, I didn't know what to do. Well, now he's made his money now.
Well, yeah.
But for a while, I bet, I'm like, boy, you sat there and panicked for a while. And he goes, oh, yeah. He goes,
years.
He goes, it's not like I paid cash for it. He goes, we had taken out several loans to buy this. And so now it's worked out for him.
Oh yeah, it's continuing to work out.
Yes,
for him.
continually.
It's paid for itself.
Yep.
Let's just say that.
Well, yeah. Nice
Yep.
guy. Do you have a story for us, Dave?
You know what I do? This is kind of both a story from the finance company, which it was at the finance company, and a story about making profit. So my wife is on.
Hi,
so
Angie.
Hi,
everybody
Angie.
knows. Hello. So anyway, back in the day, me and my boss try to make it as cool of a place to work as possible. Like
Which you should.
Yes, I
You want
totally
work
agree.
to be fun. There's
Yes.
some works that's not fun.
So he brought his pool table in when he moved, so we could shoot pool on our lunches and breaks and whatnot. And we had a bunch of exercise equipment, a TV back there, and all that good stuff. Well, we had this kid start working there, and I say kid because he was a dumbass kid, and he apparently had a gambling problem. So, and I'm sorry if I've told this story before, but I don't think that
I
I,
don't
have.
think you have.
Okay,
No, you
anyway.
go right ahead, Dave. That's fine.
Okay, wonderful.
If you have, I won't
So-
call you out on it or nothing.
We were like catching like hints from him that he loved to gamble. Like he would say, "Well, I bet you $5, whatever, whoever will come in and pay their loan next." Just stupid shit like that. So then we got the pool table in there. He's like, "Oh, I'll bet you $10 on this game." And back then, I played a lot of pool. I was pretty.
You wasn't
fucking
a
good.
pool shark, but you was pretty damn good.
I was never a pool shark. Like I would flat out tell you, I'm a pretty good player. I'm not gonna bet.
He's
I
more
never
like
bet.
a pull barracuda.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'll give you that.
We'll go with that. Yeah, you know what's coming. Like,
I know exactly where this is going.
yeah. And I tried to tell this fucking kid over and over and over again. I was like, I will be happy to teach you how to play pool, but if I don't, I'm just gonna keep kicking your ass like every day. Like, no, I got you this time. I fucking got you this time. So he'd put like $10 on a game. I'd whip his ass.
Oh, God.
Holy shit, Travis just ate his cigar.
Travis is dying.
Oh, I just did like a full retro.
Oh my goodness.
Your eyes are watering, dude.
Good Lord in heaven. Oh. Oh, God. It won't go away.
Oh man,
Well, this is his last episode.
Yeah.
He wasn't lying.
he's dying.
Yeah.
So
You want a drink of my root beer?
No.
Oh shit.
oh my goodness, dude,
Oh.
you're turning purple.
Oh, God. I don't think I've ever had a retro hit me that hard.
Oh, I'm gonna wait till after this story to do mine.
Do a big one.
Okay. So
I'm
anyway,
gonna wait.
this continued for months and months, and like, I would hate to guess how much money I won from this kid, and every single time, I was like, you're gonna lose.
So you were
Just-
never not like a parent, kind of like, I'll let you win this time.
No, nope. If
You
you're
just
gonna
beat
play
him every
pool with
time.
me, my kids and my wife both know it too. Like, I don't let them win. They're not gonna learn to play if they just win every time. It's not how it works.
Mm-hmm.
So, and Jimmy would too. Jimmy was pretty good too. Like, not like super great, but he was a good, solid player, and he beat this kid's ass every time. And I think he got a game in on me. I hit the 8-ball in out of turn or something. Man, that just threw fuel on the fire. It was
He
even
thought
worse.
he was great
Yep.
at that
Yes.
point.
So he's
I
like,
gotcha.
I fucking, it's payday. I got $20. Let's go best of 3. I'm like, okay. So it got to a point where he ran out of money, or his girlfriend found out, or some shit. I don't know. So he would just bring shit in to bet.
Oh, my
Like,
Lord.
he brought 3 binders of Pokemon cards, and he was like, I don't have any money, but I'll play you for these Pokemon cards.
Why? That's
Rack them up, bitch.
And it's just because he just wanted to gamble.
Because he had a problem is all it was. So I took his Pokemon cards. Then he brought in a Traxxas radio controlled car. I'm like, dude, that's like a $200 car. I know. Well, I'm gonna whoop your ass. I'm like, okay, let's go. So
And
I
he just
kicked
kept
the shit
doing
out
it.
of him. Dude, I would bet you money. Well,
So
I
so
know.
if you're betting for the car, what does he get in return from you? What was your
I-
what
I-
did you put on the table? $20?
Probably 50
Okay.
or $100.
So he's
'Cause,
playing a $200
like,
car.
for something bigger like that. We do like best of 10 or
Yeah,
something.
okay.
And anyway, I know the minimum amount that I won from him in cash was $1,500 because I bought a new pool cue from it that was $1,500, and it just
Wow.
it went on for like 6 months the whole time this fucker worked there. It was amazing, and then Jimmy probably took at least half of that.
So almost he was working there to pay you guys.
Yeah. And to top that all off, he came in one day because he knew that I liked to buy stuff and flip it and whatever. And he came in with half a pool stick, like the butt end of a nice freaking pool cue. I'm like, well, that's pretty badass. I would like to have that. I'll buy that. And he's like, oh, okay, $200. So I bought it, and I had a shaft that would fit it anyway, so it was perfect. So a couple days go by, I'm like, why does this fucker have half a pull cue? Like, it didn't register completely, so I'm not used to being around people like this. Well, come to find out, he stole it from the shop down in Anna.
Lord.
Yep, so I took it back there, and that was that.
Wow.
Yep.
That was the guy that had the
ate my
gambling problem?
Yes, I ate my $200, gave it back because that's bullshit.
Yeah. Well, that
Yeah.
was good. That
Yeah.
was a good, honest gesture
Yeah,
you did right
so-
there.
But yeah, sure as shit, I go in there. There's a slot in the case where the butt is missing, and there's just a shaft. Well, you piece of shit.
Wow. You
Yeah,
did
so
have
there
a
you
problem.
go. Yeah, that's a big problem.
Yeah.
It wasn't a problem for me because he paid for it, through me,
Yeah.
So there you go.
So you lost. Okay, you lost money. Okay.
Well, I used the
Well-
money that I won from him.
To buy it. So yeah.
Yep. So there you go.
Wow.
Good times.
Interesting.
So yeah, there's some fucking slime balls out there, just so everybody knows. And if you know how to play pool and they have a gambling problem, you might as well play pool.
It is amazing how some people. I mean, they legitimately really, really do have. I enjoy gambling, like going to a casino. I'm weird. I like playing the slots. I do.
Yeah, it's easy.
It's easy. That's the thing, and I'm intrigued by roulette. Me and my wife haven't ever walked up to the roulette table yet. Like,
But you like to stand back and watch it?
we like to
I'm
stand
the
back.
same way.
I like to stand back and watch it. But now a lot of the casinos are getting like a digital roulette, like where there's a big wheel in the middle and you just sit around and it's a computer.
really?
See, I
And
don't
you
trust that at all.
Well, it's like helping us learn how to play. You know what I mean? That's the only thing. And then you're not as nervous being up at the table going, I don't know where to put it. You're just at a
But
computer.
to
going,
me,
boop,
that
boop, boop.
digital they can control.
They do control it.
That's
it's
wrong,
just
yeah.
like the freaking
To me,
claw
that's-
machines.
Well, no, it's the ones we play, like legitimately in the middle. There's a roulette wheel and a ball. It's just a little thing that like a pinball machine that brings out and it drops the ball.
It's a physical wheel.
It's a physical wheel, yeah.
So
Yes.
there's just not a person.
No.
That puts the ball. What the hell's
okay.
the point of that? I wonder.
It's just basically probably like, to be honest with you, it's like self-serve or self-checkout. They don't have to pay a dealer to be there and drop the ball.
okay. I thought it was
No.
just like a
No,
video
it's not a
screen.
computer. They have a big screen
So do
like around. Now,
you
can,
tip the arm that drops the ball for you?
You can stand up and look, and it will just like come out. But it's the physical wheel, and it just spins.
That's crazy.
Yeah, but it's always on
I've
a
never
screen.
seen that.
Because you're sitting down and like it's in a globe, so you kind of got to do this to look at it. But there's screens up above that will show you, and it even shows on your computer screen where it falls. Like when it stops, it will zoom in on that spot where it stopped, and it says 68
kinda
red
cool.
or whatever. So it helps you learn, but when on your screen, it's just the board laid out and where you put them.
Speaking of casinos, have you guys been to the new one, Walker's Bluff yet?
No,
I haven't
I
either.
want to go check it out.
I do too.
One night.
We need to do that one night.
We should.
Guys' night out.
Heck yeah.
Not that I'm a gambler. I'll just go and
I'll have to check
hang
my
out
schedule.
with you guys.
But
Well,
that's,
we want you to go with us, though. You're our best friend.
I bet I am.
We want you to go.
Oh, I know something we need to talk about.
What?
We visited a place after we recorded last week, the Havisham House. Right?
I think that's how
I
you
believe
say it.
that's how you say it.
Yeah, I'm not
Could
sure
be
either.
totally
I thought it
wrong.
was Havisham.
It's somewhere in there
Depends on what.
between what I said and what Scott said. Somewhere.
Yeah.
That's
Somewhere.
a freaking
It's
nice
in Alto
place.
Pass.
Mm-hmm. Very
Yes. Nice little bourbon bar. They've done it up right.
Yes.
Yeah, it's very, very
Big selection.
They got a big selection, and the prices were very reasonable.
Yeah, I mean,
Scott was very gracious and bought us all.
he was. I appreciate it.
We
so
had an
much.
old fashioned, and I have to say
It was one of the better ones I've ever had.
that's the best old fashioned I've ever had.
I think it's the best one I've ever had.
that's the best.
Dave
one I've
inhaled
ever had.
his.
I
Yes.
did. That is so
he,
good.
He sucked that sucker down
It's like
it was
drinking Kool-Aid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes,
You know
I
that's a
wanna go back.
sipping drink, right?
Yeah,
Not a
I-
shot?
I sipped it pretty quickly.
Yeah.
He
You
was
did.
he took the fancy ice
took
cube
the ice
out,
out and was licking the
Yeah, he
cube.
was licking the cube.
That was a cool cube, man. It was
It
like
was.
a big square the size of the damn cup, which makes me wonder how much liquid was actually in the drink.
I
'Cause
watched them
there's-
make it. They do
it was
the
like
shot.
edge to edge.
Yeah,
It's
You
probably
know?
a 1.5 ounce pour.
yeah,
Probably.
probably.
I don't know.
I bet
It was-
it's not a 2 ounce.
I've heard from other people that their pricing is a little off between the straight pours and the flights. They said just get a flight. So
It's cheaper or something.
yeah, like
Well, usually most of like wineries
So,
and stuff, you're cheaper to get a
I didn't
flight.
pay attention. What was a flight? Did you guys look at any
I
prices?
don't know. I don't think they had
And
prices posted.
Stephanie was asking what kind of food they had. You guys looked at a menu. What was
it
it?
was like
Appetizers?
It was more
Appetizers thing.
appetizers, yeah.
Like
That's all it
goat
was.
cheese,
Goat cheese. They had like a
stuff,
meat tray, like,
Yeah.
like a charcuterie board.
It was a lot
Okay.
like a winery.
Okay.
Yeah. They had maybe
'Cause she
five,
wants to
five to
go.
six, 5 to 8 things
Yeah, we'll
on there.
have to
Yeah.
go down there and record when their patio's all the way done.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
it looked like they were still working on it.
Yeah, they're building a pad. Right now, you can go and enjoy a cigar outside. The day we went, the sun was shining, and it would have been in our eyes and hot, so we chose not to go out there and have another cigar.
You did. I don't know why you picked that option, Travis, but whatever.
I wanted
Wow.
a cigar.
I did too, but
Actually, I was all smoked out for the day, so
you had
Was
one
you?
cigar.
I know. It just
He only
it was
smokes
early.
one a month.
I know.
Exactly.
That was just one for the month.
Well, it was early, and like it was kind of strong. It stuck with me. Like the flavor of the cigar was very good.
We
cigar.
got there at 11 o'clock.
I know.
We didn't smoke till almost 12.
Well,
On a normal day, I've already had at least two by then.
I'm not.
What's
I'm
the
not all about
earliest you've had a cigar, time-wise?
Earliest I've ever.
Yeah, you're a lot earlier than me.
Well, like on a normal day, I mean, usually 6:30.
Oh, see,
I
I'm
go to
about-
work at-
I'm
It's pretty
mid mornings.
I go to work at 6. But now that's a weird question because you think about it. We've all had them pretty technically early in the morning. Because just think about when we went to cook-offs. How many times have we lit up a cigar at 2 a.m. when we haven't went to bed yet?
But
it's
that doesn't.
but it's
to me-
technically tomorrow morning.
It's
To me,
still
that doesn't-
nighttime.
I
in
know,
your,
but
in your rotation.
I know.
I consider morning after 5, 6 a.m.
after you wake up.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that doesn't count a cook-off.
Well, because there was one cook-off I think me and you went to that we had slept and woke up, and I want to say it was 5.
Was it really?
It was 5 or 6, and you said, I'm lighting up a cigar, and I smoked. Yeah, we smoked one.
I don't
And I
remember
was
that.
Yeah.
Our friend
So I don't-
Toby, he smokes one every morning, probably about because he usually beats me.
I think he's
About
at work at like 5
fi-
a.m. and
well,
I think he lights up.
He
like,
lights
immediately.
Yep, he does, and
Probably
I
smokes one on the way to work.
And he
too.
smokes strong ones
see.
too.
I smoke some on the way to work sometimes, but I might smoke like a little cigarello or something on the way to work. But then usually, as soon as I get in my tractor in the mornings, I light up.
All right.
You know.
And I usually wake up at like 7 on the weekends and make coffee. Get
I
out
call
here.
bullshit on that because we'll text you and you don't respond to like 9 or 10.
Well,
But that's fine, Dave. If you need to sleep, you sleep.
sometimes
buddy.
I do. Depends on if my brother's over the night before and stays till 1 a.m. I'll sleep in a little bit.
Okay.
And then I purposely
just
don't
getting-
look at my phone for like an hour to get my bearings because I know that you guys have already ripped on me for an hour and a half. I'm like, well, I got to read
Dave,
all this.
we wouldn't do that.
I know.
We
I know
love
you
you.
Oh,
You know what we
boy.
should do sometime is I think what I'm gonna start doing is I'm just gonna take screenshots of our group chat and just post them on the Facebook page.
Everybody
should.
would love it.
Yeah, they would. We'd get shut down.
They would understand why.
You'd have to make sure it's user friendly.
Oh, none of it will be.
Yeah.
Oh,
Probably not.
speaking of that, have you seen the new show on Amazon where the dude is a basketball coach for special needs kids?
No.
Looks pretty funny. I know
On
it
Amazon
shouldn't
Prime?
be funny, yes, but it looks pretty hilarious. And
I'll have
I
to
can't
check that
remember
out.
who the coach is. I want to say it was Woody Harrelson, but it was somebody like
Wasn't
that
he-
type of character.
Wasn't he a coach in something else or he was a player? What was that called? Was he a player?
And White Men Can't Jump.
That's it.
There you go.
Yep.
I think he's in
That-
a couple of sports
Yeah.
movies.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Cool.
Hmm.
Anyway,
What are you doing on your phone there, Travis?
yeah.
I was actually-
recording a podcast.
I was checking a text from my wife.
Oh. Did your
Lord.
people leave?
Yes.
Okay.
They've left. Okay, so Scott, I was talking to one of my coworkers today, and I told him he needs to come on the show sometime because he's very good with movie lines. We were giving each other ones all day.
Oh God! Here's this stupid.
So
segment
we
again.
thought of one today, and I said it, and I was trying to explain to him. I was like, you don't even understand like how bad you are at not knowing movie lines.
Yeah, right. I'm terrible. I'll admit
So
it.
we kind of thought of one today, and he came up with it and said you would know. Okay, are you ready?
Not really.
Now, Dave,
I'm not going to
No.
ring in.
don't ring in. Dave will know.
Not until you tell me to.
Yeah. Life is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get.
Forrest Gump.
Oh my gosh, you did
Dave!
it. I'm so proud.
I can't. It's your first
yes,
one.
my first one. What do I get?
Nothing.
Shit.
I'm not a sports guy. What's the quarterback that just Aaron Rodgers? Is that right?
Yes.
That just got hurt.
They got hurt.
I saw the funniest meme today. It was Lieutenant Dan from Forrest Gump when he was all buff and standing up. It's like Aaron Rodgers with this team before, and then it showed him in the wheelchair all gimped up. It says Aaron Rodgers today. I was like,
That's
man, that's funny.
Man, that's funny. But kind of mean.
Yeah, but kind of mean.
So what?
Yeah.
What?
So, Scott, I have a sports question for you. What's going on with this Kaepernick crap with that team? What team is it?
Is that guy still
Enlighten
playing?
me.
Is he the one that wouldn't kneel?
What
or
team-
talking the Jets.
The
'Cause
Jets,
He's
okay.
wanting to go to the Jets. His
He tried, but I saw that they
see,
got.
he got kind of. He didn't get banned from the NFL, but he got
but kinda.
he kind of
Unofficially.
Nobody wanted him to
Yeah.
play anymore, and
Now-
now he's trying to get back.
Just so I'm
in.
clear, this is the guy that wouldn't stand or
The guy
kneel
who
during
kneeled
the
and-
Kneel,
Yeah,
yeah.
okay, he's the one that started kind of.
And
it.
then he
Okay.
got banned. Nobody wanted him because of his bad rap, and,
Uh-huh.
and now he's trying to get back in. And I guess his agent reached out
Yeah.
to the Jets.
And
Hey, he's available.
I don't know
blah,
if
blah, blah.
it's true, but I saw that they filed for a restraining order for him. I don't know if it's like some made up
Jets
bullshit.
because
kid?
he keeps bothering him.
I guess.
I haven't seen that.
I don't know. It probably isn't true, even though it's on the internet and
This
everything
is-
on the internet's true.
This is probably one of those moments where you regret life choices.
You're right.
I don't feel sorry for him at all.
I
I'm
don't
all
either.
for speaking your mind and
Yes, that's
having your own beliefs,
Beliefs.
but you do that on your own time.
yeah.
You don't go to work and just
And
sit there.
Sometimes there's consequences for your choices.
That's right.
Yes.
Yep. I completely understand what he was trying
Speak
to
your
do.
mind if that's what you believe.
Yep. It
I'll be
wasn't
honest.
the
I don't
time to
even.
do it.
I guess I don't completely understand what he was doing, and I don't want to get all political and blah blah
Yeah.
whatever. But just I don't know. I just think me personally, I think it was bullshit.
Yeah, pretty much. The
Yeah.
time and place was.
He's he's not played since then.
I'll be
Nope.
honest that like when my daughter played basketball a lot, and and we went to all the. I gotta get a drink of water. Got something so much. We went to the games and stuff. That's kind of one of my things when it started going. Is I would like scan the audience whenever they would have the national anthem and see if
Was there people at high school games that didn't stand?
there was not.
We're
talk-
honestly, was they older people that maybe couldn't stand? No. Okay. They was just trying to get in on the thing.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I just did a retro hail, dude.
Oh, like I look at Dave's eyes.
I gotta
I'm not
say-
doing it.
I gotta say, this is the strongest one I've ever done.
That's the strongest retro I've ever had.
You have to do it.
Water.
I
No,
think
I'm
You-
not doing
You've
it.
got to do it.
No, I'm not.
You got
no.
to, man.
You haven't
It's
done a
got-
single retro.
It's got. I did it first when I first
No,
started
dude,
it.
I did mine halfway through, and I'm just getting into the final
We're
third.
brothers in this, Scott.
You gotta do it.
you
No,
gotta do it.
I'm not doing it.
The people
You
want it.
guys
The
have
listeners
scared
want
me to
it.
death. No.
It'll pass.
Both my friends about died.
You consider me a
Dude.
friend?
Yes.
That is freaking hardcore. Holy shit.
Mm-hmm. I keep doing little retro, like little bit.
You know
I'll
me.
do a little one.
no,
okay.
do a full
Just
one.
do like a half one. You didn't get any smoke
You
out of your
didn't-
nose.
Yeah, you didn't get any smoke out of your nose.
I'm not doing it.
You're scared.
You psyched us out.
Not doing
Oh
it.
shit. No. That was rough.
That's,
Oh my god.
I can tell that it's going to kill me.
It,
I
it
have
was pretty
tears
strong.
running down my face.
Well, I think honestly, I had done mine, but like little ones, and then I finally did kind of a full retro, and I think I actually did a little bit too much, and that's what got me.
I usually do like a full exhale.
Yeah, I do
but
too.
I just did half this time because I couldn't go anymore.
What I did was a full exhale through my nose, and that's what made me want to die.
Yeah.
So, but I mean, speaking of that, overall, like, what are you getting off this edge? You said you'd like the edges.
I like it a lot. It's very flavorful and very like mild, like very smooth
I
smoke.
like it.
Unless you do the retro hail, then it'll kick you square in the balls. I think it loosened
Your
up.
eyes are still watering,
Dude, I know. I think it
You're
loosened
probably going to
up
pass that kidney stone.
yeah.
Yeah, just sitting there.
Whew. Holy shit.
It just fell out. Didn't even feel it. This is what my monthly cigars is good for.
That's right.
This is one that I would have never bought. I don't think.
I would have.
You would have.
Dave's
Yep.
a big Edge guy, though.
Yeah,
he would have
I am.
bought it.
Yeah, he
I mean,
would've
would
bought
I
it
have bought
eventually.
it? Probably not. I mean, would I buy it now? Yeah, I would
Yeah.
pick it up.
Yeah, and you know.
Yeah.
You get to try that, and you have another one at home.
I do
get to
have one
enjoy.
more to try.
One of them that we don't have around here is the Candela Edge, the green one. Like, I really like it.
Have you,
but
you guys ever smoked a Candela one cigar?
Yeah.
I never have.
Actually,
I always
Acid,
buy one or two when we go up to St. Louis.
Okay.
Acid makes the Cuba Cuba in a Candela.
Okay.
Well, that's what the
And
swamp things are.
I've
had
tried
those.
that.
Which one? Oh, no.
Oh, the Candela.
You never had one of those?
No?
Yes, you
What?
have.
You've never gave me one. Dave don't ever give me nothing.
thought
I
you
just now
smoked
got a
one.
sticker, a red banana art sticker.
I tried to. Yeah, after
I've
you
never
threw
had
the
one.
other one
I've
away.
never had one either, Dave.
You haven't? Here, you want one?
No.
There you go, Travis.
No, I don't. I
There you
actually
go.
smoked one this morning.
you go.
Oh, okay, I'll take it.
And what is this, a swamp thing?
Yes, Swamp Thang.
But I think you've had a swamp thing before.
I don't remember doing it.
They're very good.
You gave one of these to Don, actually, from
Yep.
the
And he
51.
liked it from
He-
what
yeah.
you told
Yeah,
me.
he had texted me afterward and said he really enjoyed it.
I'm not usually one for too many sweet smokes, but that one's freaking
But-
awesome.
See, yeah.
I don't know how he gets away with smoking cigars if his wife can't stand it.
Oh yeah, his.
I mean, his wife, whenever
I think
she
it was-
brought out that, what'd she bring out? That pork for us to try?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, she had like
She
a
was-
full-on gas
she was
mask and
holding
hazmat
the,
suit.
Oh, yeah.
her mouth like
Like we're talking
20 feet ahead.
Yeah. Oh, probably 30 or 40 feet ahead.
Yeah.
She held her nose like she was getting ready to dive into water.
I know.
And ran up and just.
He must
held it
have to
out.
go like to the back 40 to
Well, he
smoke a
did say
cigar.
so that's why he goes. I can't smoke them that much because
Yeah.
of that. But
I'd have to
We-
get rid of my wife. Of course, mine smokes with me. So
trade them in.
Yeah,
sometimes.
there you go.
Luckily, my wife, it doesn't bother her, and she's I very much nose blind to it because there's not a day I don't come home smelling like a cigar.
Mine has gotten used to it, thank goodness.
Yeah.
Now, mine doesn't like me to smell like smoke. Like if I go outside
Right.
or I'm in the pipe smoking and I come in,
That's a different smell.
she's like, "You need to take your clothes off." Blah blah.
Make your
blah."
clothes like absorb all the
Yes.
nastiness.
She doesn't like that smoke.
Well, you
smell.
tell her. Well, you need to get a new house.
She's already wanting that.
Oh goodness. Here we
She's
go.
already thinking that.
You guys should just buy a camper.
I'm selling my
You
house.
got a
No, we're going
camper.
to tear down the cabin and rebuild there.
Are you really
We've
going to
been.
do that?
Oh Lord, we're going through this nonsense again.
Yeah, no, I
This is a
think we-
terrible time to do that.
No, I don't know when it's going to happen. I'll probably be dead when it happens,
Yeah.
but that's probably what she's going to do.
That's what she's going to do.
Yeah.
That's better. That's a
I
better
need
way
to start selling the
describe
iron pipe memorabilia so I can benefit off of it versus
Yep.
her.
Yeah, you can buy us
Yeah.
cigars.
Good thing she
Heck
doesn't
yeah.
listen.
it. Right, right.
Oh, so Scott, you got your question this week?
Yep. When you do a burger, onions or no onion?
Like,
Do you
Raw
like
onion?
onions on raw onions on your burger or no?
see, I do not eat raw onions at all. I like sautéed onions.
Okay.
So when I do a burger, yes, I want
They have to be sautéed.
sautéed. I will
Okay.
not eat a raw onion.
You do?
You give me onions any which way you have them.
Yeah.
I'll
I-
put raw onions and sauteed onions on there, green
There.
onions, whatever.
I like a little bit of onion, but not a lot.
I'm a onion.
I mean, maybe just one little string on there is all
You guys
I want. I
remember
don't want.
you guys remember
loaded.
the show Young Riders way back when,
That
where
was
they
like,
delivered the mail?
that was like Pony Express. Well, no,
It was called the Young
yeah,
Riders.
yes, I know. Yeah,
Yeah, and like the old man that was like the head of the
he'd eat them like apples.
Yeah, he had onion. That's me, man. I would
I-
do that if it was socially acceptable.
Rebecca actually.
Really?
Rebecca
you
did
could just
that
eat
one.
one raw,
Yeah, the
Like-
sweet yellow onions. Oh
like
my God,
like
I
a
love
green
them.
onion out of a garden. Do you?
Yeah.
Like, you like them too? My
Yeah.
dad eats them
Not
like
as much.
crazy.
But
Rebecca, she took a bite out of them.
My
onion
dad will
like an
just,
apple
like,
one time.
He grows them every year, and he'll just pick them out of the garden and eat them.
And while
I'm like,
can't-
I can't
Yeah.
do that.
What I can't get, and Rebecca does it too, and my mom, Rebecca, when you eat fried fish, they bring you that piece of bread.
I never got
Yes.
that.
Yeah, I don't understand that.
It
but
must
they'll
be a
eat-
country thing.
Yeah, they bring you the piece of bread and an onion.
Yeah.
And Rebecca's like, she's got like, 5 onions to 1 bite of fish, and I'm like,
No.
oh, I
To
cannot.
me, that takes away from the fish.
It's so weird how
Yes.
just absolutely love them on anything cooked, but I
Yeah.
cannot stand how they taste raw. What about you? Oh, you already said you like
Yeah.
a little bit. Okay.
A little bit. I don't like a lot. Just one little sliver on there is good for me. Get a little taste.
All right. There we
Okay.
go.
I understand
Yeah,
that.
Angie's like you. She likes a little bit of onions.
Yeah.
I'll load that shit up. with onions and garlic on.
See, there are
anything.
people that'll slice one. They'll put the whole thing on there.
That's what I do.
I'll just take one
Yeah.
little
Just give
ring.
me-
One
give me
little
an
ring
onion
of that is
disc.
all I need.
Yeah, I don't want to. Like Justin Pelker, he won't eat them at all. Like I always make my like campfire potatoes, kind of just cut them up and put them in aluminum
So
foil.
does he pick around the onions?
Well, when I found out that he really hates onions, so when he comes, usually if I make them in like in a log, and put them on the. So I'll either make 2 batches, one with onions, one without, or I'll make one side without for him because he likes my potatoes. But otherwise, if I make them ready, he'll just pick around the onions. So I try to cater to
I
him a
gotcha.
little bit.
Well, that's not. You're a good friend, though.
You
That's
are.
why we love you. You are so sweet.
I try to be a good
You're
friend.
very beloved.
Yes.
Try to be a good friend. I don't ever want anyone to say I'm an asshole.
No, you're not.
Why would they?
Why would they? You're a nice guy.
What else we got this week? Is that about it?
I got a question to ask.
Oh,
Just
okay.
because I'm curious.
Okay.
Like, what's your ideal dressed burger? While we're on the onion subject,
Well,
Like, just straight up burger, not patty melt. Just a hamburger.
Okay, just a
Cheeseburger,
hamburger. So I'm just eating a straight old hamburger. Oh,
Hamburger, cheeseburger, whichever way you look at it.
mine is mustard, mayo, and pickles. But they got to be good pickles. I like.
Yes, not the just regular Mount Olive green pickles.
And there's you got to find it. But what I always refer to them as is Dairy Queen pickles. You know how I loved. Remember when Dairy Queen used to have the bar out and you could go. Oh my God, I would get
I don't remember that.
their pickles are the
Yeah.
best. And there was a brand actually at Kroger, and it was the bottom shelf generic, and the brand name was Psst, or something like PSST, Psst.
Yes,
Like,
those
hey, look
are
at me,
good.
Psst. And those were
I
Kroger
think,
I
I think
Dairy
that
Queen
was
pickles.
a Kroger brand.
It was, but it was made by Kroger, but it was their total generic brand. It just
Yeah,
and then
but those were good
they
because they
were-
didn't have all the bullshit in them.
they were good, and because I don't like a crisp pickle, you know what I mean? Like it.
Oh,
kind
I
of-
like a good crisp.
No, I
Me
like
too.
them thin, but that's how I want mine is mustard, mayo, and pickle.
Scott,
Mustard, ketchup, lots of pickles, and a little bit of onion.
that ketchup gets me.
Yeah, I don't like
I
ketchup.
like ketchup on a burger.
Well, that's good. That's your choice.
That's right.
It's my choice in
That is.
life.
It is.
Mm-hmm.
I got to go with an onion disc, a very ripe tomato, some very good crunchy pickles, good mustard, preferably horseradish mustard, and some like good mayonnaise, like no bullshit generic mayonnaise. Like that's one of the few things that you cannot do generic.
None of you chose lettuce. I don't like lettuce. on a
I'll
burger.
I'll
do
give or
lettuce.
take it.
Yeah,
You know, if it's
I don't
there-
like
yeah.
lettuce.
I'll give or take
Yeah.
it. I
Yeah.
don't.
There are
Sometimes I
some
want it on
restaurants
there.
that put way too much
Much
lettuce.
Yes.
Yep.
Like no,
hate that.
and I never like a.
And cheddar cheese.
You want cheddar cheese?
I want.
I got to
cheddar.
have cheese too.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to have cheese. What about tomatoes? They always bring you
I'm
tomato.
back and forth. It's got to be a fresh tomato, like
Gotta
out of the
be a
garden.
damn good one.
Out of the garden. Yes, I will take it.
Not
if it's
Subway tomatoes.
No, if
those
it's
half green bastards.
if it's in the middle of the winter, there's no way I'll get a tomato because I know it's.
What if
Yeah.
you were in Florida?
I'd have to think about it.
Do they grow tomatoes in Florida? I never hear.
No, all
Like
they
what-
grow is.
Well, I mean, like, what's the big vegetable in Florida?
supposed
I don't
to be
know.
nice.
I know,
Travis.
and you. I'm really trying not to be an asshole, but you're going to set me up like that.
Well, I don't know what they garden in Florida.
Oranges.
Well, that's
All they
in
grow
their
is
orchard.
oranges. Don't you watch TV?
I mean, do people have like vegetable gardens in
Yeah.
Florida all
we
year
go
round?
when we go down there. I guarantee you, if you looked around just in the Destin area, and this is no exaggeration, probably every day of the week, year round, there's a farmer's market somewhere,
Okay,
and we
I
go
didn't
to
know.
and we're talking
Like
honkers.
awesome ones.
Yeah. We buy a
Mm.
bunch of vegetables and stuff when we go down there, and we
We'll have
always
to do
hit
that.
one of their farmers markets when we go down there.
I wonder if they can grow them year round. There's got to be a time that it's too cold.
I would.
think.
Well,
I
I
would
w-
think that they would get used to the climate.
Yes.
is what
Yeah.
I was thinking in my head, and then they just wouldn't do well.
I will say we've almost went every month of the year, and we go every year at Christmas.
Well, we know that.
And they still have the farmers market at Christmas, and they're still there.
When's your next Florida trip, Travis? It's been a while.
Me and you, Rebecca, you try to get away in
November.
November. Yep, I was gonna say November, Veterans Day.
It's coming up.
We try to get away, and if not, it'll be Christmas. We got a lot of stuff going on right now, so it might be Christmas. We're ready to go though.
All right.
Good deal.
Everybody, don't forget about Pulpit Fest. Our good friend, Nick Miller from the
Starts
Star
Friday
Pulpit.
night at
It's
4
Friday
o'clock.
night
Top
at
Shooters,
Top Shooters.
Columbia, Illinois.
Going into Saturday. I'm not 100% sure if I'm going to make it. I probably won't because my kid wants to hang out. Are you guys going? Do you know yet?
Well, we're going to talk about that. I think
We're going to talk about it.
I think we're going to
Okay.
go at least Friday night.
All
We'll talk about it.
Things may change, and he may just want to game with his friends, and I'll go too. But
Okay.
we'll see. We'll see.
All
But
right.
yeah,
Sounds
anyway,
good.
Here we go.
All right. I love you, Travis.
I love you too, Travis.
I'm glad you didn't resign.
I don't have to resign. I just don't have to show up.
The listeners would miss you.
You told me they wouldn't.
Oh, I think they would.
You've told me all week that your ratings would go up.
I think they would if you was
Scott told
gone.
me that's how he builds character in you.
Yeah. See how nice you've been today? Finally.
Has
You've
been
nice.
ideal.
Fuck
it just,
you.
It just took a little come to Jesus meeting.
Fuck you and fuck cancer.
Fuck cancer.
Fuck cancer. Bye-bye.
Bye bye.